With its brilliant writing and intense performances, Mirzapur has become one of the most loved and critically acclaimed web shows to come out of India. While critics argue that it is relentless in its depiction of gory violence, I feel it was a stylistic choice to employ that, and by sprinkling humor in the most unexpected places, it manages to strike a decent balance. Another downside that frequently emerges in discussions is the fact that it is set in a crude patriarchal world. It is indeed true, but then it's a reflection of the world of crime, which is certainly dominated by men. However, the show does possess some well-rounded female characters. Although in the first season Golu is shown to be geeky, in the second she promises to be fiery like her sister Sweetie. Other characters in the form of Beena and Dimpy also don't just exist to facilitate the man's world. With the second season about to be dropped soon, I thought it would be fun to revisit some important themes/features that the first season dwells on. Kaleen Bhaiya, the kingpin, does everything to stay in power. From appointing the Pandit brothers to boost up his gun business, which hasn't seen any growth in a long time, to funding the political party in power in return for support and protection. Munna wants to rule Mirzapur and wants the throne, but his father Kaleen Bhaiya is the boss. He's doing pretty well. His prowess is unmatched. Not too good in the bed though, as his wife Beena complains. Munna thinks he's ready for the job, but Kaleen Bhaiya reckons that he still has a lot to prove. The quest for the throne keeps bugging Munna, and at one point, he even orders his friend to get rid of his father. Guddu and Bablu are sons of an idealist middle-class lawyer. When Kaleen Bhaiya offers them to work for him, Guddu's eyes light up. Munna, his senior, has been his idol due to his high-profile status in college. Bablu is also convinced that working for Kaleen Bhaiya shall mean that their family shall be secured from day-to-day troubles. Gradually, as they gain ascendancy, they become ambitious. Rati Shankar, the Bahubali of Jaunpur, is not content with just that title. Because of his tumultuous past with Kaleen Bhaiya, he badly craves Mirzapur. Later, after his demise, his son Sharad pledges to capture Mirzapur. In the world of Mirzapur, loyalty is a key attribute. After Kaleen Bhaiya appoints the Pandit brothers, he tells Munna that he was hospitable to them so that in the times to come they can be loyal to Munna. He states that when you give people respect that they don't anticipate, their loyalty grows tenfold. He quotes Maqbool as an example. Maqbool, his trusted henchman, first served his father, Satyanand Tripathi, and has been at the Tripathi's service since. Interestingly, Satyanand Tripathi had caused Rati Shankar to explode when he called him a loyal servant in front of the crowd, instead of crowning him as one of his successors. Munna's dear friend Compounder sacrifices himself when caught red-handed trying to finish Kaleen Bhaiya. He could have easily revealed that Munna was behind this act, but instead chooses to remain silent. In simple terms, there are no heroes in Mirzapur. Unlike other crime shows, where we are rooting for the so-called good people, here we find that nearly all of them are grey. The show tests our moral scale from time to time, creating doubts in our heads when we end up rooting for the lesser evil characters, the Pandit brothers. Perhaps we take their sides because of their innocent family, headed by the truthful and fearless Ramakant Pandit. Another reason could be the fact that they are the underdogs here, and hence more relatable to a lot more of the audience. From the flashbacks of the relatively young Satyanand Tripathi, it is clear that he wants his lineage to rule Mirzapur in the years to come. He announces that his son, grandson, Kaleen and Munna Tripathi are his successors, sidelining the equally deserving Rati Shankar. When Satyanand Tripathi finds out that his daughter-in-law Beena is committing adultery with a servant, he goes ahead and impregnates her, stating that only the Tripathi seed will fall into her. In one instance, Kaleen Bhaiya tells Munna that although Maqbool is extremely loyal to the Tripathis, he can never be family. Kaleen explains to him that he's preparing for Munna a set of loyal dogs, in the form of the Pandit brothers, just like his father Satyanand did for him. Rati Shankar's son Sharad is furious when he learns that Guddu killed his father. Sharad, who wants to focus on his studies, is indifferent when his father asks him to join the family business. However, since his father's last wish was to snatch Mirzapur from the Tripathis, he decides to avenge his death by doing so, and hence takes over the reins of Jaunpur. Family is dear to the Pandits and the Guptas as well. Hence, when Guddu loses his wife and his brother, and Golu her sister and her friend, both are shattered to the core. They manage to survive and look to seek revenge against the Tripathis. The fight to conquer Mirzapur is now at its peak, setting the wheels in motion for a power-packed Season 2 with unabashed violence and chaos.